Good morning, shooters. My name is Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with Don Bachman at Krieghoff. We're down here in Vendor Building 1, and today Don's going to go through a few of the things that he goes through every single day when fitting new shooters, or old shooters, or really anything in between, to a new gun. So Don, what are you really looking for when you're fitting a shooter to a gun?
Okay, well, Taylor, before I start, stock fit is probably the most important part of shotgun shooting. Ludwig Krieghoff said at one time, the barrel shoots, the stock hits. What that simply means is that while the shot travels down the barrel that breaks the target, it's actually the fit of the stock itself that allows you to break the target consistently. So when we're talking about stock fit, we generally look in 4 different categories of stock fit. One of them would be the drop, which is when you plunge the gun, if you measure from the top of the rib down to the top of the cone, that's called the drop. The second thing would be the length of pull, which is measured from the trigger to the middle of the recoil pad. Third thing would be the pitch of the stock, which when it is set on a hard surface, if you imagine a 90-degree angle going straight up, it'd be that the pitch would be measured in the distance from that 90-degree angle, whether it be positive pitch or neutral pitch.
Okay.
And one other thing we often talk about is cast off. That would be that if you look at the rear of the stock, the distance that the center of the cone is off center of the bore line of the barrel. So those are the 4 basic measurements that we look at when we consider stock fit.
Okay. So what are they going to be the things here when you hand me the gun, when I walk in and I say I want to come out and shoot one of these? When I mount the gun, what are you looking for as it correlates to how I mounted the gun? To change it, to make it unique to me, to fit it to me. So what are those things?
Obviously, the first thing we make sure we have an unloaded gun that we're working with, which you can see is unloaded. So if you mount the gun to your shoulder, the next item I'm going to look at is the length of pull, and that's basically, I'm going to look at where your finger comes in position on the trigger. I'm looking to see if you're extended too far. In other words, the stock might be too long, or if you're a bit uptight on the stock or a little bit too short for you.
Okay.
So that's the first thing I'm going to look for. So then the next thing, once we have that established, if you mount the gun again, I'm going to come around to the front, and I'm going to look for 2 things. One thing I'm going to look for is the pupil of the eye in direct line with both of the beads on top of the rib. We have 2 beads here that we put in alignment in order to be able to look straight down the rib. Well, I'm looking for both the height of it. What we look for is basically what we call a figure-8 sight picture, which would be that the mid bead is directly at the base of the front bead in a snowman type of affair. And the other thing I'm going to be looking for is that you're in direct line.
Okay.
Bring that down up there. One other thing I will look at is cant. If you're not holding the gun straight or perpendicular forward,
so like this,
or roll,
in or out,
right. That is all based on stock fit. If the stock doesn't fit you properly, you very well may be canting the shotgun.
And that's something that could be even figured out alone in front of a mirror too, as well.
Correct.
As well, you can stand in front of a mirror and see if you're counting the gun.
That's correct.
Okay.
So those are the basics of it. I mean, there's a whole lot more to it than that. The size of the hand, the position of the trigger, all these are all factors that enter into it. But basically, those are the main things I'm looking for when I'm fitting up a customer to a new stock.
Okay, that's awesome. Don, the only thing else I want to touch on is I feel like a lot of people get confused by those barrel hangers and the numbers and what they mean. Could you go over that a little bit?
Yes, that can be a bit confusing because on this particular model, which is a Trap Special, we also, in addition to having removable hangers that we can adjust point of impact on the lower barrel with, we also have an adjustable rib. Because by raising and lowering the rib, we can change the point of impact. So it can be a bit confusing. The one thing that I run into a lot, people say they want to raise their point of impact. In their mind, they need to raise the rib to do that. That is exactly the opposite. When you raise the rib, you lower the point of impact. When you lower the rib, you raise the point of impact. So that's the thing that can be very confusing. Same thing with the front hangers. People want to raise the point of impact on the bottom barrel. We have hangers that are numbered 1 through 8, so they think if they have to raise it, they want to go up higher number. Again, it's the exact opposite. The higher the number you go, the lower the point of impact will be, and the lower the number, the higher the point of impact.
So now, is that hanger going to affect which barrel or both?
It will only affect the bottom barrel.
Only affect the bottom barrel. Great, great. Well, Don, I'll tell you what, I think that this was some wonderful information for, as we said, both shooters young and old and everything in between. I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. Make sure you guys come on down and check out the Krieghoff building down here in Vendor Building 1. Make sure to come down and talk to Don and Jackie and everybody else. Appreciate you letting us come in. Thank you.